Think all pennies are just 1 cent? Think again. Some US wheat pennies have sold for hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most expensive and ultra-rare wheat pennies ever found. Watch until the end to learn what to look for, because one of these coins could be hiding in your pocket right now. Number 1. There's a coin out there so rare, so mysterious, that it's been called the ghost of the US Mint. A penny that shouldn't even exist, but somehow does. For decades, collectors have hunted it, researchers have debated it, and when it finally surfaced, no one could believe their eyes. This isn't just a piece of copper, it's a legendary mistake, a historical miracle, and a once-in-a-generation discovery. And what makes it even more shocking is that it came from the most unlikely place, the San Francisco Mint, in the heat of World War II. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we have to go back to 1943, a time when America was fighting one of the most devastating wars in history. Copper was a critical wartime resource, used in everything from bullets to communication lines. To conserve this metal, the US Mint made a radical decision. For 1 year only, all 1-cent coins would be struck in zinc-coated steel. That's why most 1943 pennies look silver or gray. But in a twist no one expected, a few copper planchets, left over from the previous year, somehow slipped into the presses at the San Francisco Mint, and the result was one of the most elusive coins ever created by accident. Now, imagine holding this penny in your hand. It's a warm, rich bronze, not the cold gray of steel. You flip it over, and right beneath the date, there it is, the unmistakable S Mint mark. It's a coin that looks ordinary to almost everyone, but to a trained eye, it's the Holy Grail. The coin weighs around 3.11 grams, unlike the steel cents which are lighter. And here's something simple you can do at home: test it with a magnet. A steel penny will stick, but this one won't. That one small difference could mean the coin in your pocket is worth far more than you'd ever expect. Only a handful of these 1943's copper pennies are known to exist today, fewer than 6 confirmed by experts worldwide. Every time one appears at auction, it causes a frenzy. Collectors, investors, and museums all compete to own it. And because these coins were never meant to leave the mint, each one that surfaces rewrites numismatic history. Their rarity, combined with their dramatic backstory, makes them the centerpiece of any serious collection. So where can you find one of these? Start by digging through your change jars, your childhood coin collections, or even those dusty coin folders passed down from grandparents. Focus on any 1943 penny, check the color, test it with a magnet, and if it has that S Mint mark in a bronze color, stop everything. Weigh it. If it reads close to 3.11 grams, you could be holding a life-changing discovery. The next step? Get it professionally authenticated. Reach out to PCGS or NGC, 2 of the most trusted grading services in the world. And whatever you do, don't clean the coin. Its untouched condition is part of what makes it so valuable to collectors. Condition matters more than you might think. A scratched or cleaned coin loses value instantly. But if your coin is in original condition, especially if it shows minimal wear, it could spark a bidding war unlike anything you've ever seen. Even collectors who already own one would fight to get their hands on another in better shape. That's the power of this coin: rarity, mystery, and demand, all rolled into one copper cent. The 1943's copper wheat penny is more than a mint error, it's an American treasure. It represents a moment in history when even the smallest things, like a leftover copper blank, could turn into something extraordinary. And now, decades later, it continues to stun the coin world and reward the lucky few who stumble across one. So check your jars, test your change, and never underestimate the value of an old penny. Oh, and yes, it's true. In November of the year 2020, one example of the 1943's copper wheat penny sold at Legend Rare Coin Auctions for an unbelievable $1 million. That specific coin was graded negative 58 Australian dollars by PCGS, meaning almost uncirculated, and that sale became the highest recorded auction price ever paid for any wheat penny in history, Thanks a lot for watching and being part of this amazing coin hunting journey. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, it really helps support the channel. Got a story to share? Have questions about old coins? Drop a comment below, we read every single one. And make sure to subscribe if you want more real coin values, expert insights, and unbelievable US Mint discoveries that are still out there waiting to be found. Number 2. Imagine finding a penny so rare that experts once believed it didn't even exist. A coin that looks like any ordinary cent at first glance, but hides a secret so powerful, it shattered expectations at major auction houses across the country. This is not just a copper penny, it's a mint-made mystery that turned the numismatic world upside down. Stay with us, because what you're about to discover about the 1944 Dwee Penny might just change the way you look at pocket change forever. Back in 1944, the United States was in the thick of World War II. The economy was under pressure, the military needed resources, and the U.S. Mint was adapting quickly to meet wartime demands. In 1943, pennies were made from zinc-coated steel to save copper for the war effort. But in 1944, copper returned to the 1-cent coin, but not the same copper as before. Instead of the standard copper alloy, the mint used recycled shell casings collected from the battlefields of Europe and the Pacific. These were melted down and turned into coin blanks, giving birth to a generation of pennies with their own wartime legacy. The 1944 penny, struck at the San Francisco Mint, stands out not only for its history but for its potential secrets. While most 1944 pennies were struck in shell casing bronze, there are rumors, and even verified cases, of 1944 pennies that were mistakenly struck on leftover steel blanks from 1943. These are among the rarest era coins in U.S. history, with only a few known examples in existence. But even the regular copper 1944 Dwee pennies are in high demand, especially in mint state condition or higher. Collectors hunt for deep, original luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details, especially around Lincoln's coat and the wheat stalks on the reverse. If you're searching for one of these rare coins, you need to pay close attention to the S mint mark just below the date on the obverse. That tiny letter reveals it was made in San Francisco. But it's the condition and composition that make the real difference. First, test the coin with a magnet. If it sticks, you may have one of the ultra-rare 1944 steel cents, a true American treasure. If not, weigh the coin. It should come in at about 3.11 grams for the copper version. If your coin is uncirculated or shows minimal signs of wear, it might just be a valuable collector's dream. So how much is this mysterious penny really worth? Let's talk real auction results, because these coins have stunned the world with their value. In August of 2008, a genuine 1944 steel cent sold through Heritage Auctions for an astonishing $373,750. Yes, that's nearly $400,000 for one penny. Then again in August of 2021, another example struck on a steel planchet brought in $204,000 through Stack's Bowers Galleries. These numbers aren't hype, they're certified auction prices, backed by professional graders and trusted dealers. That's the kind of value that could literally change someone's life overnight. Collectors love the 1944 penny not just for its rarity, but for its story. It represents a bridge between wartime necessity and post-war recovery. A coin made from bullets that once saved lives, now saving someone's financial future. That's why collectors are always watching for high-grade examples, rare errors, and even repunched mint marks from this year. It's the thrill of the hunt, the beauty of the coin, and the chase for that one jackpot find that keeps everyone coming back. If you're hunting for this coin, the best place to start is your own home. Check your old coin jars, search those dusty rolls from the bank, and revisit that childhood collection your grandparents once gave you. Focus on any 1944 penny, especially those with an S mint mark. Use a strong magnet, a good digital scale, and a magnifying glass to check for steel, weight, and condition. And most importantly, if you think you've found something special, do not clean it. Cleaning can destroy the coin's value instantly. Instead, contact professional grading services like PCGS or NGC and let the experts authenticate and encapsulate your treasure. What separates an ordinary coin from a life-changing discovery is often just one tiny detail, and that detail could be hiding in your hands right now. The 1944 Dwee Penny, whether it's the ultra-rare steel version or a pristine bronze specimen, continues to rise in value and demand. Every year, more collectors enter the market, prices climb higher, and examples become harder to find. That's what makes this penny so exciting. It's not just history, it's opportunity. Thank you so much for watching and joining us on this incredible coin hunting adventure. If this video sparked your curiosity, hit that like button. It helps the channel grow and reach more treasure hunters like you. Got questions, coin finds, or stories to share? Drop them in the comments. We read every single one and love hearing from you. And don't forget to subscribe for more real auction prices, hidden US mint mistakes, and rare coins that could be sitting right under your nose. Number 3. Imagine opening an old penny jar, the kind your grandfather might have forgotten in the attic. And right there, tucked between the ordinary, is a coin that could secretly be worth a fortune. Most people wouldn't even notice it. But what if I told you that a penny from over a century ago, minted in San Francisco, could be the key to unlocking a treasure worth thousands of dollars today? Keep watching, because this rare coin is hiding in plain sight, and the next one could be yours. The 1917 Lincoln Wheat Penny is more than just a piece of copper. It's a time capsule from an era of World War, innovation, and American grit. Struck at the San Francisco Mint during a period of growing U.S. involvement in World War I, this coin represents the spirit of a nation on the brink of global leadership. That little S mint mark under the date? It's your clue to something truly special. At first glance, this coin might seem like any other old penny, but don't be fooled. The 1917 has some truly unique features that make it stand out for collectors. Look closely at the wheat stalks on the reverse. Sharp definition and even a slight doubling on the obverse can drive serious demand. Coins with a strong strike, minimal wear, and full detail on Lincoln's cheek and beard are exceptionally rare and command top dollar in auctions. Now, here's where it gets exciting. The 1917 is tough to find in high grades. Most examples were heavily circulated during the war era and are now worn down. So, if you find one with sharp details, even light luster, and no major scratches, hold on tight, because it could be one of the most valuable wheat pennies in your entire collection. Coin grading agencies like PCGS and NGC confirm that high-grade 1917 pennies are becoming harder to locate with each passing year, which only increases their market power. In fact, let's talk real market action. In August of the year 2021, a stunning 1917 wheat penny graded mint state 66 red by PCGS was sold at Legend Rare Coin Auctions for a jaw-dropping $48,000. That's right, a penny turning into nearly $50,000, all because of condition, rarity, and collector demand. And earlier, in a Heritage Auctions event, another 1917 in pristine condition crossed the block for over $25,000. Proving the long-term value of this legendary coin. So, what should you be looking for? First, the date. It must say 1917. Second, the small S mint mark under the date on the front side of the coin, confirming it was struck in San Francisco. Third, inspect the coin's surface. Is there sharp detail on Lincoln's features? Are the wheat stalks bold and separated? Is there minimal wear? Even if your coin is circulated, strong details can still hold good value. You'll want to check old rolls of pennies, inherited collections, estate sales, flea markets, and antique stores. Many people overlook this coin, thinking it's just another old penny. But that's where smart collectors make their move. Grab a magnifying glass, take your time, and always examine the reverse side for strike strength. The wheat lines should be clearly separated and not smoothed out. For collectors today, the 1917 offers a mix of history, challenge, and potential reward. It's a coin that's hard to find in top grades and extremely satisfying to hunt for. Its rising value shows no signs of slowing down, especially with growing global interest in pre-1920 US coinage. Even circulated examples in nice condition are being snapped up faster than ever. If you're collecting Dwee pennies, don't skip over this date. The 1917s should be a top priority in your search. Its historical roots, low survival rate and high grades, and explosive auction prices make it one of the most exciting coins in the entire Lincoln Cent series. Remember, collectors who find and preserve these rarities are not just saving copper, they're preserving American history. Thanks a lot for watching and making it to the end of this video. If you learned something new, smash that like button, drop a comment if you've ever found a 1917s, or if you're still searching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos packed with real auction prices, rare finds, and expert collector tips. Keep hunting, your next great discovery might be just 1 penny away. Number 4. Have you ever held a coin so rare, so mysterious, that it could change your life overnight? You might want to check your old change jar, because one humble Dwee penny from 1943 without a mint mark has shocked collectors across the world and sparked a treasure hunt that still rages on today. This coin doesn't just look different, it's made differently. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will leave you speechless. During the height of World War II, copper was in critical demand for ammunition and military equipment. That's why, in 1943, the U.S. Mint made an unusual move, producing Lincoln Wheat cents using zinc-coated steel instead of traditional copper. The plan was straightforward, but what followed created one of the most stunning coin mysteries in American history. A handful of 1943 pennies were accidentally struck using leftover copper planchets from 1942. And these copper 1943 Dwee pennies are now among the most legendary coins ever found. So what makes the 1943 no mint mark copper penny so unbelievably special? Let's start with what it shouldn't be. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 1 billion steel cents in 1943, but somewhere in that massive batch, a tiny number of copper coins slipped through. That makes them a jaw-dropping minting error, and not just rare, but ultra-rare. If you find one, you may be holding a coin that even major collectors have spent a lifetime trying to acquire. Now let's talk condition and features. A genuine 1943 copper Dwee penny with no mint mark will have that warm reddish tone typical of copper, not the grayish color of steel. Hold a magnet to it. If it sticks, it's steel. If it doesn't, you just might have the real deal. Look for strong, even edges, and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse. But don't just go by appearance. Authentication by a reputable grading service is an absolute must before jumping to conclusions. Now, the big question: how much is it worth? You better sit down for this. In January of 2010, a 1943 copper penny from the Philadelphia Mint, with no mint mark, sold for an astonishing $1,700,000 at auction through Legend Numismatics. And that's not even the only time this coin made headlines. Another example in uncirculated condition fetched $204,000 at a Stack's Bowers auction in 2013. These aren't just coins, they're million-dollar legends hiding in plain sight. So where should you look if you want to find one? Check old penny rolls from banks, your grandparents' coin jars, estate sales, and antique shops. Sometimes, it's the most ordinary places that hold the rarest treasures. A true 1943 copper penny is the kind of once-in-a-lifetime discovery that turns everyday collectors into national headlines. If you're a collector, here are some tips you don't want to miss. First, use a magnet test to weed out steel cents quickly. Second, use a digital scale. A genuine copper penny from 1943 should weigh about 3.1 grams, while steel ones weigh around 2.7 grams. And finally, submit any suspicious copper-colored 1943 penny to PCGS or NGC for full authentication. If verified, you may be sitting on a coin worth more than a luxury car, or even a house. The 1943 no mint mark copper Dwee penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of a nation at war, of accidental rarity, and of numismatic history that continues to inspire treasure hunters around the world. Its value, beauty, and mystery make it one of the most talked about coins of the past century, and one of the most profitable finds a collector could ever dream of. Thanks a lot for watching and supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's rarest coins, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more real auction prices, historic discoveries, and insider tips just like this. Have you ever seen a 1943 copper penny? Let us know below, and who knows, your story could be featured in the next video. Number 5. Have you ever held a penny in your hand, without realizing it could change your life forever? One specific 1955 Lincoln Dwee Penny, simple, copper-toned, and unassuming, has become a legendary piece of numismatic treasure. But here's the twist. Most people who owned it never even knew what they had, until it was too late. So what secret lies behind this mysterious no-mint mark coin from 1955? And why are collectors willing to pay the price of a luxury car, or even a home, just to own it? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we'll uncover everything you need to look for, how to find one, and the jaw-dropping prices these coins have brought at real auctions. The year was 1955. The United States Mint in Philadelphia was striking millions of Dwee pennies, but then, one incredible mistake slipped through. During a late-night production run, the dies at the mint became misaligned, creating what would become one of the most famous double die errors in U.S. history. This wasn't just any minor misprint, it was a bold, unmistakable doubling of the entire date, and the words Liberty and I in God We Trust. And because this error only appeared early in the striking process, fewer than 24,000 coins ever made it out before the mistake was caught and corrected. What makes the 1955 no-mint mark Dwee penny so unique is that it's one of the few errors that's instantly visible without a magnifying glass. That heavy doubling on the obverse side looks so dramatic that many first-time collectors think it's fake. But no, this was a real accident at the U.S. Mint, and because it happened in Philadelphia, there is no mint mark. That's exactly why it's so highly sought after today. It was never meant to exist. Imagine searching through a handful of old change, and suddenly your eyes lock onto a coin where the date appears twice, not printed over but mirrored like a ghost. That's the moment collectors dream about. And even though the coin is technically a mistake, it's celebrated as one of the most iconic varieties in U.S. coin collecting history. These kinds of dramatic errors only fuel the obsession and the competition among collectors everywhere. Now let's talk rarity and condition. Most 1955 double-die pennies were circulated heavily before anyone even noticed the mistake. That means the majority of surviving coins are worn down, but even in worn condition, their value is astounding. However, the real jackpot lies in those few examples that survived in pristine condition. If you happen to find one with strong luster, sharp detail, and little wear, you're looking at serious money. Only a handful of near-mint specimens exist, and they're treated like royalty in the numismatic world. Are you ready to hear the numbers? One of the highest recorded sales of a 1955 double-die penny took place at Heritage Auctions in August 2018, when a brilliant mint state 65 red example sold for an astonishing $124,500. Yes, you heard that right. A 5-cent copper coin turned into over $124,000, and that's not even the absolute highest grade out there. Imagine what a near-perfect MS-67 red would bring today at auction. For collectors and treasure hunters, here's what to look for. Start by examining every 1955 penny you come across, especially those without a mint mark. Use a strong light and look closely at the date and the word Liberty. If the numbers appear shadowed or doubled, don't ignore it. Hold on to it and get it verified by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. The true key is the bold doubling. If it's dramatic and clear, you might just have a jackpot in your hands. Now here's a collector's tip. These coins are rarely found in everyday pocket change anymore, but that doesn't mean the hunt is over. Check estate sales, old coin jars, inherited collections, and antique shops. Many people have no idea what they're holding, so a sharp eye and a little knowledge could reward you in a big way. Also, stay active on collector forums and local coin shows. Sometimes these coins appear in dealer cases or private listings at surprising prices. In conclusion, the 1955 no-mint mark Dwee Penny isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of how one minting era became one of the greatest treasures in American coin history. Its bold doubling, its mystery, and its rarity have made it a legend among collectors. So next time you come across an old penny, pause and look again. You never know, you might be holding a tiny piece of numismatic history worth tens of thousands of dollars. Or more. Thanks a lot for watching and supporting this video. If you found it valuable, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're a collector or coin enthusiast. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and tell me if you've ever seen a 1955 double-die Dwee Penny in real life. And as always, happy hunting! Number 6. Imagine finding a coin so rare, so unexpected, that it instantly skyrockets in value the moment a collector lays eyes on it. That's the hidden treasure behind the 1944 Dwee Penny, a coin most people overlook, yet could be worth a life-changing sum if it's the right one. So before you spend that old penny in your drawer, you might want to watch this video until the very end. The story of the 1944 Dwee Penny begins during one of the most intense times in American history, World War II. While most pennies from this era were minted in copper, the U.S. Mint had made a drastic shift in 1943, switching to steel due to copper shortages for the war effort. That one-year change led to one of the greatest coin anomalies collectors have ever seen. A small number of 1944 Dwee pennies accidentally struck in leftover steel blanks instead of returning fully to copper. Now here's where it gets wild. The 1944 Dwee Penny with the Denver Mint mark was intended to be a standard copper coin, but a tiny number of these were mistakenly struck in steel planchets, creating an ultra-rare variation that serious collectors dream of. Visually, these rare versions look silver or gray instead of the typical reddish-brown copper tone, and that alone can be the first visual clue that you're looking at a small fortune in your hand. What makes this coin even more exciting is the fact that only a handful are confirmed to exist worldwide. Imagine, millions of 1944 Dwee pennies were struck, but only a tiny number in steel slipped through. Combine that with their unique magnetic properties, a lighter weight, and the unusual silvery appearance, and you have one of the greatest errors in U.S. numismatic history. That level of rarity is what fuels intense bidding wars at major coin auctions. Let's talk market value, because this is where things get jaw-dropping. In August 2021, one of these ultra-rare 1944 Dwee steel cents sold at heritage auctions for a staggering $373,750. Yes, that's right, over $373,000 for a single coin. And even lower-grade examples have sold for well over $50,000 depending on condition and authenticity. If you're wondering whether collectors are still chasing this coin today, the answer is absolutely yes. So what should collectors be looking for? First, check the mint mark under the date. It must have a small d, indicating it was minted in Denver. Next, observe the coin's color. If it looks silver or gray instead of the usual copper, you may have found something extraordinary. Try a magnet test, because these steel versions are magnetic, while regular copper ones are not. Also, weigh the coin. Steel cents generally weigh around 2.7 grams, while copper cents weigh closer to 3.11 grams. Where can you search for this rare gem? Start by going through old penny jars, inherited coin collections, or rolls from local banks and estate sales. You can even attend coin shows or flea markets where undervalued coins might just be hiding in plain sight. And if you think you've found a 1944 Dwee steel cent, get it certified immediately by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, because authentication is key before collectors or auction houses will make an offer. Condition plays a massive role in the final price. A well-preserved 1944 Dwee steel cent in mint state or uncirculated condition could easily break records if brought to auction today. Even in slightly worn condition, this coin commands premium value simply due to how incredibly rare it is. There are fewer than 10 authenticated examples known, and each one has made headlines in the collecting world. The demand for this coin continues to surge, especially among elite collectors and high-end investors who recognize its historical and financial potential. It's more than just a coin, It's a piece of wartime history and one of the greatest minting mistakes ever to slip into public hands. And with precious few in existence, the competition to find or own one keeps getting hotter every year. Thanks a lot for watching and supporting this channel. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, hit that like button and leave a comment if you've ever come across a 1944 Dwee Penny that looks a bit strange. Your coin could be the next big auction story. Don't forget to subscribe for more hidden treasures, real auction values, and expert collector tips that you won't find anywhere else. Keep hunting, and who knows, your next penny might just be worth a fortune. Number 7. Have you ever held a coin that could be worth thousands of dollars and not even known it? Right now, in a box of old change or hidden inside a dusty drawer, there could be a 1941 Dwee Penny quietly waiting to change your life. This isn't just another Lincoln cent. This is a coin with secrets, stories, and serious value in the hands of collectors who know exactly what to look for. Get ready, because what you're about to learn could turn an ordinary penny hunt into an unforgettable discovery. The 1941 Dwee Penny was minted in Denver at a time when the world was on the brink of global conflict. With war clouds looming and economic uncertainty everywhere, coins from this period hold more than just face value. They carry pieces of history. Over 208 million of these pennies were struck that year. But don't let that number fool you. Not all 1941 D cents are created equal. In fact, only a tiny fraction hold the rare traits that make collectors go wild. One of the most fascinating features to examine on this coin is its bold yet sometimes misaligned mint mark. The small D under the date tells you it came from the Denver Mint, but sharp-eyed collectors know to inspect the shape, angle, and placement of that mint mark very closely. Some coins even display doubling or repunching, small details that can launch a penny's value from spare change to serious cash. Look for strong, clear wheat stalks on the reverse, full detail in Lincoln's hair, and crisp rims. The better the strike, the bigger the value. Now here's where things get exciting. Even though the 1941 D is common in low grades, examples in pristine, uncirculated condition are extremely rare and valuable. Especially those graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC. The most jaw-dropping example ever sold was graded MS-68 red and fetched a whopping $11,750 at a Heritage Auctions event on August 3, 2016. That's right, over $11,000 for a single penny in top-tier condition. And that wasn't just luck, that was collector knowledge meeting the right coin at the right time. So what should you be watching for? First, focus on color and surface. Copper red coins are preferred, especially those with full original luster and zero signs of handling. Second, examine the fields for cleanliness, no distracting marks or carbon spots. Finally, use a magnifier to check for doubling on the date or mint mark. Even small varieties can add big premiums. Coin roll hunting, estate sales, and antique shops are great places to start your search. You never know where these coins may be hiding in plain sight. Collectors today are hungry for high-quality 1941 Dwee pennies, especially those certified by trusted grading services. Demand continues to grow as younger generations enter the hobby and realize the thrill of finding treasure in something so small. The market for rare wheat cents is hotter than ever, and competition is fierce at auctions worldwide. If you've got one in top shape, you might be sitting on a coin worth thousands, without even knowing it. If you're a collector, here's a tip. Always store your copper coins in a cool, dry place, ideally in acid-free holders or PCGS-approved plastic slabs. Handle them with cotton gloves or by the edges only. And don't clean them, ever. Cleaning ruins the original surfaces and can destroy the coin's value instantly. Stick to natural patinas and let professional graders evaluate your coin honestly. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed diving into the incredible world of rare wheat pennies, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for more insider knowledge, and leave a comment if you've ever come across a 1941 Dwee penny in your collection, or want to know more about spotting the valuable ones. There's always more to discover, and your next coin could be the one that makes headlines. Keep hunting, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Number 8. Have you ever checked your spare change and thought, what if one of these pennies was a hidden treasure? What if I told you that a small copper coin from 1945, with no mint mark, could be hiding in plain sight, holding a secret that only a few collectors know? Before you think it's just another old penny, this coin has been known to stun experts at major auctions and drive collectors wild with excitement. This story begins in the final year of World War II, when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to keep up with the demands of a nation at war. The Lincoln Dwee Penny, struck in 1945 without a mint mark, was made in Philadelphia, and while millions were created, only a few remain today in pristine condition or with unique features that make them incredibly desirable for collectors. What makes this coin truly special isn't just its age or how many were minted, it's the secrets hiding in plain sight. Some 1945 no-mint mark Dwee pennies were struck on leftover steel planchets from the wartime 1943 production, creating an ultra-rare variety that few have ever seen. Others show crisp, full strikes, with perfect wheat stalks on the reverse and Lincoln's sharp profile on the obverse, qualities that make these coins jump in value dramatically. Condition is everything in the coin world. A heavily circulated 1945 penny might be worth a few cents, but a gem-quality uncirculated coin, or one with a rare striking error, can skyrocket in value. Collectors are on the hunt for coins with blazing red luster, full steps on Lincoln's coat, and absolutely no signs of wear. These high-grade examples are incredibly hard to find and demand fierce competition at auctions. Now let's talk market value, because this is where things get jaw-dropping. A stunning 1945 no-mint mark Lincoln Dwee penny, graded MS-68 red by PCGS, sold for a mind-blowing $11,750 at Heritage Auctions in June of 2021. Yes, over $11,000 for one small copper coin. And that's not a rumor, it's a verified sale from one of the biggest names in the auction industry. So how do you find one of these hidden gems? Start by checking your old coin jars, bank rolls, estate sale pickups, or inherited collections. Look carefully for a 1945 date with no letter under it, meaning no mint mark, and inspect the condition under a magnifying glass. If it still shines with original red luster and shows full detail, especially in Lincoln's beard and the wheat lines, you might be holding a sleeper coin worth thousands. Collectors today are more eager than ever to add a 1945 no-mint mark Dwee penny in top condition to their sets. Demand is strong, especially for certified high-grade examples from PCGS and NGC. If your coin grades well or carries a known error, such as a clipped planchet, a double die, or even a steel composition instead of copper, you could be looking at a fortune. To all collectors out there, keep hunting, keep learning, and never ignore the power of an old penny. Make sure to protect your coins in proper holders, avoid cleaning them, and if you suspect you have a rare variety, consider sending it in for professional grading. You never know, you might be holding a tiny copper treasure worth thousands of dollars just waiting to be discovered. Thanks a lot for watching and supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1945 Dwee penny with no mint mark, hit the like button to help others find this video, leave a comment if you found one or have questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more real auction prices and rare coin discoveries that could change everything. Number 9. Imagine finding a simple copper penny in your pocket, but instead of being worth 1 cent, it turns out to be worth thousands of dollars. Sounds impossible, right? But the 1949 no-mint mark Dwee penny has shocked the coin collecting world with its hidden varieties and mind-blowing auction prices. You might have one sitting in a drawer right now, and not even know it. The 1949 Lincoln Dwee penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a year that quietly marked the post-war recovery era in America. It was a time of rebuilding, rapid economic growth, and increased coin production. But not every coin struck in 1949 was ordinary. Some carry mysterious die errors, rare striking characteristics, and exceptional condition that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. At first glance, the 1949 no-mint mark Dwee penny might look like just another copper coin. But look again. One of its most intriguing features is the potential for double die adverse errors, especially around the lettering in Liberty and In God We Trust. Others show off sharp, full wheat lines on the reverse and intense red luster that hasn't faded even after 75 years. These visual traits can boost the value of the coin dramatically. While millions of these coins were minted, finding one in gem condition, especially with full red color, strong strike detail, and no signs of wear, is extremely rare. Collectors hunt for coins graded MS66 and higher by PCGS or NGC. Only a tiny number have survived in that condition, making high-grade 1949 Dwee pennies without a mint mark incredibly desirable and always in high demand. So what are these coins actually selling for? A stunning 1949 no mint mark Dwee penny, graded MS67 red by PCGS, sold for $7,150 at a Heritage Auctions event in July of 2019. That's right, over $7,000 for a 1-cent coin. That's not clickbait, it's a verified sale from one of the top auction houses in the world. Now here's where it gets exciting. You can find this rare coin without having to spend a dime. Start your search in bank rolls, old change jars, estate sale finds, or even inherited collections. You're looking for a 1949 date with no mint mark under it, meaning it came from Philadelphia. Look closely for double dies, off-center strikes, or even die cracks, and make sure the coin has its original luster and sharp detail in both Lincoln's profile and the wheat ears. Collectors are constantly hunting for certified examples in high grade, and the market is extremely active right now. If your coin looks promising, don't let it sit unprotected, send it for grading. Coins that come back with a grade of MS66 red or higher are like hitting the jackpot. Even those with small striking errors can bring in big profits from competitive bidders. Here's some powerful advice for collectors looking to strike gold with the 1949 Dwee penny. Never clean your coin. Preserve its original surface. Use proper handling tools like soft cotton gloves and store them in non-PVC holders. If you suspect you have a rare error or a high-grade example, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. It could make all the difference between face value and thousands of dollars. Whether you're a lifelong coin hunter or just starting out, this coin is a must-watch. The 1949 no mint mark Dwee penny is more than just a piece of copper. It's a slice of American history, a collector's dream, and possibly a fortune in disguise. With patience, knowledge, and a sharp eye, you might be the next person to uncover a $6,000 treasure hiding in your pocket change. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you found it helpful or exciting, smash that like button to support the channel. Drop a comment if you've ever come across a 1949 Dwee penny or want help identifying one. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible real auction prices, rare coin deep dives, and insider tips that could lead you to your next big discovery. Number 10. Can you imagine holding a penny in your hand that could be worth thousands of dollars today? A coin so common looking, yet hiding secrets collectors are obsessed with uncovering. Right now, we're about to explore the 1953 no mint mark Dwee penny, a coin that has surprised the entire collecting world with its hidden value and unexpected auction results. But don't blink, you could walk past this coin every day and never know what it's worth. The 1953 Dwee penny without a mint mark may seem like just another coin from your grandpa's drawer, but its story goes deeper than you think. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny was produced at a time when America was still healing from the aftermath of World War II, and every coin had purpose and presence in a recovering economy. Over 250 million of these pennies were minted, but only a tiny fraction remain today in exceptional condition, and that's where the value starts to skyrocket. Now, let's zoom in on what makes this coin so fascinating. The 1953 Dwee penny features the classic Lincoln portrait on the obverse, with sharp wheat ears on the reverse, a design loved by collectors across generations. But here's what truly makes it special: coins without a mint mark from 1953 are only valuable when they show top-tier conditions, rare die errors, or extraordinary preservation. If you find one in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially with original red luster, you might be holding a mini treasure chest. the rarity comes into play when we talk about condition and strike. Most of these pennies were circulated heavily and show heavy wear, which lowers their value. But examples graded MS65 or higher, especially those with original red color, are extremely rare and highly desirable. Even more exciting are double die obverse and off-center strikes from this year, which fetch serious attention in auctions. This isn't just pocket change anymore. This is numismatic gold for collectors. So, what's the real market saying right now about this coin? Well, get ready for this. A 1953 no-mint mark Dwee Penny graded MS67 red was sold by Heritage Auctions in August 2022 for a stunning $4,320. And earlier, in January 2017, another flawless red example fetched $3,550, again through Heritage Auctions. These aren't fantasy numbers. These are confirmed, real auction prices from top houses. And demand for red gems like these has only grown louder in today's market. So, what should collectors and treasure hunters be watching for? First, always check for the coin's condition. Look for sharp details in Lincoln's beard, clean wheat stalks, and above all, that brilliant red luster that signifies uncirculated quality. Use a magnifying glass to hunt for any doubled lettering or signs of errors. These can raise the value instantly. And don't overlook coin rolls from banks, estate sales, or old collections. Many treasures have been hiding unnoticed in the most ordinary places. Here's a little advice for every coin enthusiast watching. If you find a 1953 Dwee Penny with no mint mark, don't clean it. Send it for professional grading if it shows high quality. Red color coins with high grades are where all the excitement lives. Even slightly circulated ones with minor errors can sell for good money, and certified coins always bring in better offers on the auction block. Whether you're just getting started or deep in the hobby, this is a coin that deserves your full attention. The 1953 no mint mark Dwee Penny proves one thing: even the most ordinary coins can hold extraordinary secrets. From its post-war production story to its skyrocketing value in high grades, this is a piece of American history that continues to shine with collector demand. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most surprising Dwee Pennies out there, make sure to like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more hidden coin treasures uncovered every week. Your next big find might be hiding right in your pocket. Thanks a lot for watching and supporting this journey into the rare world of coin collecting. Keep hunting, keep learning, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next collector to find $1,000 penny without even knowing it.